Hey, William here. A few things I need to say before we get into the build. Firstly, I do not cover the auto turret wiring for this video, and I do it for a reason. While I know my way around electricity, I am no expert, and I would strongly advise you to go check out Papa Percocet's auto turret video. The link will be in the description. He lays out the best circuits in a very clear and logical way, so if you're unsure about your wiring, pay Papa a visit and you can say hi from me. Secondly, this base is a mini variant of a larger, stronger base I'll be releasing in the coming weeks. Due to its much decreased size, there are a number of places where it is more vulnerable to splash from rockets. I won't be going over these weaknesses in the video, as I know many of you will be building this base and I don't want to make a raider's life any easier, but don't worry, the calculated raid cost takes into account these vulnerable areas, so it is still a very expensive raid for the low build cost. Lastly, being a small creator, it's hard getting my video out there into your recommended, so if you do enjoy the build, you'd be doing me a massive solid by subscribing, and if you could share it amongst people you think would enjoy it too, that would be great. That's enough monologuing from me. Now on to my BTEC cinematic intro. Today's base is a ruthlessly efficient double bunker design. With 4 real unlootable loot rooms and a minimum of 23 rockets to TC, this base is sure to infuriate anyone who tries to raid it. To begin our tour, we'll be starting off inside the bunker. A hatchet inside the drop box means that you can knock out the wooden wall. Once the wooden wall is knocked out, the bunker will be open. As we come into our main loot, we have 4 real unlootable loot rooms. The best way to make these more secure is to upgrade the frame and the triangle you're standing on to armoured. The best part about these unlootable loot rooms is that the only way to soft side them is one at a time with spears. As we come to the rest of our base, we're greeted with lots of garage doors and some extra boxes and furnaces. A nice little shooting floor, as well as access to your auto turrets. This is pretty much mirrored on the other side, but with a larger loot room. Our front door is protected by a shotgun trap. We also have window bars to check to see if anyone's outside. Coming up to our top floor, we have a couple of extra boxes, as well as 2 beds on either side. The double doors open to act as an airlock for the top floor. We also have a shotgun trap to stop anyone going deep. And this is the build cost. Very respectable for a strong defensive base. And now we move on to the build. You're going to need to follow the exact steps I take in the same order. If you do it in the wrong order, you won't be able to place the foundation steps later. This base doesn't come with a starter, and that's because the bunker can be quite awkward to build. It's a good idea to have a 2x1 already with lots of metal cooked up, so you can upgrade all of these straight to sheet metal. Once you've done all this, you can now place your foundation steps. Upgrade that straight to armoured. Place a lower height, 3 triangles. This will be where your tool cupboard and sleeping bag is placed. Place 2 half walls, upgrade the top one to armoured, and remove the bottom one. Do the same thing on the other side. Replace your tool cupboard in this triangle. Place it as far to the left as possible so you can still fit 2 drop boxes in. Placement of the drop boxes is easier from the outside. A sleeping bag can be squeezed in the triangle. You should be able to fit 1 drop box. Now go ahead and seal off the bunker. To demonstrate, this is how you'd seal it off before going offline. Now you can go ahead and place 4 square foundations on either side of the base. These square foundations is where we're going to build our unlootable loot rooms. It's a good idea to leave the side wall open, as this will make placing boxes much easier. Make sure you code lock each box, and place a sheet metal single door frame facing outwards. Two boxes, 2 code locks, a frame, and then a door. On this triangle, you can go ahead and place your last 2 boxes. The only real unlootable boxes are the bottom 2, but these top 2 are still awkward to raid. All you have to do is repeat this in all 4 loot rooms. Once we've done that, we can start adding a chute. It's a good idea to make this chute sheet metal. You want the whole core to be sheet metal, so even if they get to the inside of your base, it would still be a minimum of 8 rockets to get into the main core. Fill up the ceiling. You can add 3 furnaces at the bottom of the foundation steps, and then a ladder. To show a demonstration of the bunker, all you have to do is place a roof and upgrade it to sheet metal. Now, it's a good idea to start adding honeycomb. You can upgrade this to metal for even more protection, but I'm just going to leave it as stone. I'm skipping over the honeycomb quite quickly, but all it is just triangles outside every single block. The only honeycomb that I upgrade to sheet metal is the honeycomb outside the armoured bunker. This is to increase the minimum cost to tool cupboard. that's the honeycomb done, we can start working on the second floor. These window bars will be for the auto turrets. We want to be able to access them from the inside, which is helpful rather than having to go outside to be able to access them. I like using window frames next to the single door airlock so that I can look out. For the shooting floor, upgrade the window frames to sheet metal. This prevents people from picking it as easily. Half walls above the armoured will just increase the raid cost to tool cupboard. It means no one can blow directly down into the tool cupboard. It's a good idea to upgrade most of this floor to sheet metal. You will be keeping some loot up here, although not your best stuff. Due to the small size of the bunker below, you will be spending most of your time on this floor. For that reason, I'm going to be using lots of garage doors, as once they're opened, they make a lot of space. In these little triangles you can add whatever you want. I've gone with one loot room and one furnace room. Place window bars and embrasures. And place your garage doors. Now for the top floor. Fill up the roof. You can start filling up your rooms. I like to put a workbench tree, a locker and 2 large boxes. In the second loot room, I use my normal bath. I won't be putting the barbecues in this as I don't want to drag out the video too long, but you can place barbecues over the boxes if you like. As I said before, one of my triangles I'm using as a furnace room, and the other one I'm using for boxes. Going back to your roof, add 3 window frames and a wall frame on either side, and then a single door frame in the middle. You should probably upgrade it all to stone rather than metal, as it will only be 4 rockets through anyway. Like having shop fronts you can see onto your roof. open a door, and then 2 double doors. I use the double doors facing outwards so they block the single door when opened. This acts as an extra airlock. If you're only playing with 2 people, you can just have 2 beds and then have the other room for some drop boxes, but I'm just going to put 4 beds in. Fill up the roof. Lastly, you can fit a couple of boxes above the triangle. You can add shotgun traps to each of the doorways. And then this part is optional, but if you want to place auto turrets, add 2 triangle honeycombs and upgrade the top triangles to sheet metal. Place 2 frames. Place your garage doors on them. And finally, place your auto turrets. As I said in the intro, I will not be showing the wiring for the turrets, but if you want the best wiring, check out Papa Percocet's video. Add square foundations with roofs to access your doors. And for the finishing touches, you can add some barricades. You can even add an extra triangle. This gives you peek down opportunity onto your front door. This means you can shoot door campers. Lastly, because it looks fucking cool, add a SAM cell onto the roof. You could also put a windmill up here for functionality, but a SAM site looks cooler. And that's the build, guys. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Wilgem, out.